Yes, be ready for the dictation. Start. The tribunal in the instant case has issued notices and has called upon the opposite party in the contempt application for appearing before it in order to frame charges and then proceed in the matter. Stop. In our opinion, the stage cannot be a stage for entertaining a writ petition on the ground as if the contempt application was not maintainable and the tribunal had no jurisdiction to proceed with the same. Stop. To our mind, it appears that the tribunal, on a perusal of the order dated 18th November 2009 as well as the order dated 6th December 2006, was of the prima facie opinion that disobedience has been committed. Stop. The contempt application was filed against 3 named officials. Stop. Unfortunately, the said officials who were summoned in person have not filed the present writ petition. Stop. The present writ petition has been filed in the name of the designation of the officials and not in their own personal capacity. Stop. The writ petition, therefore, as framed on behalf of the personnel in their official capacity, would not be maintainable when the notices have been issued in person to the then officials who were being complained of having disobeyed the orders. Stop. The issue of finality in relation to the dispute of the vacancy and availability of the post of lab assistant was an issue which was decided in paragraph number 5 of the judgment dated 6th December 2006 as extracted herein above. Stop. Even if it is presumed that the operative part of the said judgment in paragraph number 8 allowed the authority to proceed if the vacancy was available, then too an order came to be passed by the High Court dismissing the writ petition filed by the petitioners on 27th March 2008. Stop. The finding recorded in paragraph number 5 of the order dated 6th December 2006 was therefore upheld and not set aside. Stop. Apart from this, an attempt to get the judgment of the tribunal reviewed also failed and the review application was dismissed on 10th December 2007. Stop. The respondent number 1 filed a contempt application number 92 of 2007 and the order passed therein and extracted herein above directed the authority to ensure compliance within 3 months. Stop. Thereafter, also the petitioner general manager passed an order on 25th April 2008 again rejecting the claim of the respondent number 1 which was set aside in the execution application decided on 18th November 2009. Stop. The said order in the execution application was never challenged by the petitioners and has attained finality. Stop. The petitioner number 1 then proceeded to pass an order on 24th February 2010 which was given rise to the action for contempt. Stop. The contempt application would therefore be maintainable if a disobedience is being alleged in respect of an order which has attained finality. Stop. The defense of the petitioners on this issue can be examined only after the charges are framed and their defense is considered in order to establish as to whether the order dated 24th February 2010 passed by the general manager is contemptuous or not. Stop. This trial cannot be preempted by taking recourse to the discretionary jurisdiction or supervisory jurisdiction of this court under Articles 226 and 227 of the Constitution of India, as this would amount to preventing the Central Administrative Tribunal from determining its own authority to proceed in a matter of contempt where disobedience is alleged. Stop. an order amounting to prohibition or a mandamus restraining the tribunal from exercising its authority to examine the nature of the contempt alleged therefore would not be permissible under the garb of a writ of certiorari which has been prayed for to quash the order whereby the officials have been summoned. Stop. It was urged that the petitioner has no grievance as he was not residing at the premises in question and only an ex-judge was residing who exerted his authority in getting the registration under the Sarais Act cancelled. Stop. It was urged that the grant of registration under the Sarais Act was a matter between respondent number 3 and the authority as well as the petitioner or his brother had no locus standi to raise any objection. Stop. It was alleged that the brother of the petitioner used his influence to get the registration cancelled. Not an iota of evidence brought on record to indicate that any kind of pressure or influence was exerted by registration cancelled. Stop. This assertion in our opinion is patently erroneous and bereft of any merit. Stop. There is registration, not an iota of evidence brought on record to indicate that any kind of pressure or influence was exerted by not an ex-judge of this court upon the administration in cancelling the registration. Stop. The petitioner has had a locus as well as a right to object to the grant of the registration under the Sarais Act and after the grant when the terms and conditions of the registration certificate was violated with impunity. The petitioner had every right to object and pray for cancellation of the registration. Stop. On the other hand, the court finds that after the cancellation of the registration certificate by the authority, respondent number 3 initially took a legal recourse by filing a writ petition in which an interim order was granted by the court, but subsequently respondent number 3 withdrew the writ petition to enable him to approach the authority based on which a review application was filed, which was rejected by the authority and the matter came to an end thereafter. Stop. After the expiry of 6 months, the record reveals that a recommendation was obtained by respondent number 3 from a powerful state minister as well as from a local member of Legislative Assembly. Stop. Based on the recommendation from the minister, the matter was reopened on the second review application of respondent number 3. Stop. When no action was being taken on the second review application, the state minister again writes to the authority directing him to pass orders and not to make it a prestigious issue. Stop. On this basis, the order of cancellation was recalled without giving opportunity to the petitioner. Stop. From the evidence that has been brought on record, it is apparently clear that there is no evidence filed by respondent number 3 to indicate that the brother of the petitioner exerted any kind of influence upon the administration. Stop. On the other hand, there is sufficient material to indicate that the impugned order has been passed at the behest of the politicians upon pressure being exerted by them. Stop. The respondent number 3 asserted that the petitioner was also running a marriage hall in its premises under the name of Lakshmi Narayan Vatika. Stop. This allegation has been vehemently refuted by the petitioner. Stop. The petitioner contended that there has been a person in the family and a portion of the land has gone in the name of his nephew who is running this marriage hall. Stop. These facts have not been refuted by respondent number 3, nor any evidence has come before the court to indicate that these facts are incorrect. Stop. Further, nothing has been brought on record to indicate that any resident made a complaint about the running of this marriage hall by the nephew of the petitioner. Stop, which was in violation of the government order of 2012 or under the Act of 1973. Stop. It was contended that no review application lies as there is no provision under the Srice Act for